episode of Beards and Whiskey, presented to you by Grizzly Beard Collective. I'm your host, Grizz. And as always, we have another very special guest. I don't want to age it, probably like 25 years strong. But I'm going to let her introduce herself, though.
Yes, 25 years young.
Young.
My name is Kathy, aka K-Star of K-Star Hair. And yeah, we've been hanging tough basically since the business started back in the 5th grade in Cambridge. So it's dope to be here. I'm super excited. And it's dope.
Thank you for coming through.
Killing it, yeah.
Absolutely. As always, Grizzly Beard and Whiskey is presented to you by Grizzly Beard Collective, the standard and organic men's beard kit. The guard box. Your beard's not coming in fresh, it's not sharp, your lady left you. For a man with a strong beard, this is what you need right here. The full kit. Got the soap, the cleansing body bar, beard butter, the CBD beard oil, derma roller, beard wash, and the growth oil.
And for those who didn't take Latin in school because they didn't go to Cambridge, what is the derma roller or Milton?
Oh yeah, no, the derma roller. This is what got all the dudes going crazy. Pause. This is what's gonna like really take your beard to the next level. Got the micro needles. You get out the shower, run it across your face, and it opens up your pores and helps promotes growth. So, boom.
Good to know.
The guard box. Tap in, fellas. Let's start this segment off with a Drizzle. Ain't you drinking?
Yeah, I'm drinking.
Okay.
It's a Monday and I'm alive.
Alright. So how's your Monday going?
I'm adulting this Monday as we do every Monday. I think you guys saw the meme of Shorty from Get Out where it's like starting a business and running a business. Shorty was like, so, having the business and starting a business, as you know, is super fulfilling because you're able to create your vision. But along with that has to be you there creating the vision. So, Mondays are like admin days,
Yep. All right, thank you.
Cheers.
Salute.
The lightweight.
No worries. No worries. Yeah, thank you for coming on. Geez, you really might be like the first, I hate the word entrepreneur too, but you really might be like the first entrepreneur slash like first person I know that knew what they wanted to do with their life at a very young age.
That's so dope.
And I feel like people 35 still don't know what they want to do. They might just fall into something that they're comfortable with, but like as long as I know, I think I first got braids from you back in the day. Like you've been, as long as I knew you've been doing hair. Like that's really been your thing. What got you started with that?
So to be honest, I think it's in the blood as being a Haitian kid and like just knowing or being told like if you want something you have to get it yourself.
Yep.
And then also too, I lost my hair at a very young age. A lot of people don't know this about me, but before I moved to Cambridge, all my hair got cut off.
Yep.
I had a poor reaction to chlorine and the chemicals in the relaxer. And at that age, in the 4th grade, I wasn't aware.
Damn.
So I went swimming, I left the chlorine in there, and it just ate out my hair.
Yep.
And it just came out in clumps. So my mom was on some type of time, like back in Haiti, if your hair was jacked, you would just get a cut and start over. But here in America, like, that's different.
Yeah.
So the anxiety of moving to Cambridge, and I didn't even know how Cambridge was. I was just like, damn, I'm going to a new school and I'm bald head. Like, this is going to suck. And I was chubby. So I'm like, damn, I'm bald headed and chubby. This is going to suck. And then I chipped my tooth. And I'm like, damn, I'm bald headed, chubby. I got a chipped tooth and this is going to suck.
Damn.
So, in Walden Square, I used to get my hair braided by this woman that would come to the house. Yeah. And the day before school, she ditched me.
Damn.
And it's like I sat by the door with like 8 packs of weed. I watched BET videos all day and I kept calling. She just kept curving me. Damn. So by like 9:30, 10 o'clock, I like tied a knot with the hair and anybody who's a mom knows like when you're trying to play with extensions. So I tied a knot and I braided it and it looks really, really, really bad. But for me, at least I had a ponytail.
Yeah.
And then I kept doing it and then I started getting good at it. So before you knew it, I was doing everybody's first day of school hairstyle. So I was actually up at 2 a.m. on the first day of school. I was walking to people's house by like 3. I would do 5 or 6 people's first day of school hairstyle for like other schools.
Yeah.
Because Walden Square had kids from the Tope and all these other places. And shout out to Courtney. She just booked me for her sister's wedding in Atlanta like last month or whatever. And that was one of my first clients too. Shout out Miss Simmons. And so the business was birthed off of me feeling really ugly, to be honest. Back in the 90s, it was like chocolate wasn't in, fat wasn't in, short hair wasn't in. Everything that wasn't in, I possessed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, how am I gonna like focus on school while they're clowning me? Because I'm mad sensitive on top of it. So I found my voice and my confidence in hair. And then my after school teacher asked me to do her twisties. Back in the day, twisties used to be in. And my price would be $5 for the front, $10 for the whole thing. So I used to do her hair. Then a lot of parents that were of a different nationality and they had kids with someone who had kinkier hair, black or Spanish or whatever have you, they would get frustrated with their kids and shave their kids' hair too.
Yep.
So then the after school teacher spoke to those parents and was like, hey, I noticed you're having a hard time with your hair. There's a girl in 5th grade that knows how to do hair. Maybe you should ask her for help. So the business was birthed through Sherry. Shout out to Sherry from Cambridge, my after school teacher. Miss Mossman from the Peabody. By the time 8th grade rolled around, she was like, listen, Kathy, you can't go to Ridge. Yeah, I know it's a good school, but I've watched you do hair at recess. I've watched you do it at breakfast. I've watched you do it at lunch. I've watched you do it in the bathroom. You have to go to cosmetology school. And there's a school that will allow you to do it at the same time. I didn't even know what a vote was. And in the Haitian household, you do with the sibling before you did. So I had to cry.
Yeah.
I had to bring another teacher to talk to her. I had to do research. I had to beg her. I had to take the test and pass it to get accepted. And then I had to lie until I was going to go into the nursing program because we all know if you're Haitian and you're a nurse, then you make it. So I actually lied and said I was going into healthcare. And then I didn't even touch that, I swear to you. I actually picked welding and cosmetology. If I didn't burn off all my fingertips, I could have been a welder. Because I definitely picked up like the T-shaping after I soldered it. I forgot, and I burned all my fingertips off. And one of the upperclassmen tried to throw me in the trash can. So after that, I kind of was like, I'm all set with welding. And then I went to Cosmo, and I really fell for it. And then I don't think I ever told her I didn't do it. I think it was just obvious when I was like, all right, I need to buy my hair kit. But I know it really messed with her because my little cousin got her hair done last year. And she was like, is it true that you lied to your mom and told her that you were going to nursing, but you really went to Cosmo? And I thought she was going to like, and I'm like, dang, how you know about that? She's like, oh, everybody knows. And I was like, oh, okay. And yeah, that's how the business was born.
In a day, your bed goes through a lot. Now you can clean it without stripping it of its natural oils. Clean it with Grizzly Bed Collector's Bed Wash.
Now, side question. Why do you think like entrepreneurship is so frowned upon in the Caribbean culture? Like,
so you have to be able to see the light without being able to see the steps. I think the comfort, especially coming from another country, they found comfort in benefits that they didn't have back home. So you don't have dental and medical most often back home. So when they come to America and they see that, they see that as security instead of like thinking and being open-minded, like, hey, my kid has a talent. Hey, my kid's really into hair, so let me get her in the top hair school. And let me push her to be the greatest in this, and let's see her potential here. Not understanding that forcing the careers that are not frowned upon to someone that is not into that is almost like going to college and you're not ready. You might as well take 10 grand and burn it every time you fail a class. That whole forced culture is not okay. And if you don't show proof, for example, I gave out my business card in Harvard Square. The hair appointment was at the Ritz-Carlton. After feeding me a big old lobster tail and talking, He's like, yeah, I'm African, and my mom wasn't really excited about my job at first because I'm not an engineer. Just to find out he was Pharrell's tour manager and that he had to bring his mom to a show and be like, Mom, I'm the one who put this together. She's like, my son, you have done this. Oh, my son. Like, it takes proof for them to be excited. So if I had said to my mom today, like, oh yeah, they're gonna pay me $500 for this podcast, the excitement on the phone would have went from this to this. Hey Mom, I spoke at a panel. Did they pay you? Well, no. Well, did they offer you a job? I said, Mom, they called me because I'm successful. Did you watch the Super Bowl? Did you see the mechanical dog? There was a dog that was made out of a robot. Did you see it? The woman who created the dog was right next to me. I have a number on my phone right now. I got the number of everybody on the panel. The black female detective in Malden, female firefighter, the woman with the dog, a woman at the New England Aquarium, and another woman. And it's like, because they don't have that mindset, she wouldn't even understand the gold in my network. That's why they say your network is your net worth. And because our community is closed off, because there's a lot of competition in our community. I'm not even going to say just the Haitian community, our community. There's a lot of competition everywhere. So instead of coming together and doing something, you're more like, nah, I'm good. No, because you know how people be. Oh, no. And then, you know, a lot of us have tried to do business together, and because we haven't seen it promoted in practice, we don't even know how to work with somebody. Amen or amen. We could all take our Uber Eats money and put down in the crib, 15 of us. But because we can't wait for the flip, or we want to be the one with the idea, or we want to be the lead on this, or have something to brag about, we can't be like the Asians. We can't be like the Brazilians who live in the same house and one will sleep on the floor until each person has their own house. They just keep splitting 6 and 6, 3 and 3, 1 for each, right? We're ready to kill because we can't use the bathroom when we want to. But I'm the type of person, I'll just go use the kitchen sink. Because our motive is, we're supposed to buy a block, right? So that's really what it is. They have done susus, corpsols with other Haitians and gotten burned. So now, after they got burned 3-4 times, they're like, business? What's business? Or they're like, oh yeah, we'll see. Oh, I'll believe you when I see it. So when you purchase a house for me, I'll believe that you're talented. When you pay off my bills for me, I'll believe that you're talented. It's not enough for them to understand that, and it's because it wasn't taught to them. So no shade, but this generation, our parents got here hostile. They either was told they were visiting and they kept them in America, or they got here illegally and almost died, or they were tricked and enslaved by the time they got here. So all they know is, well, when I was on the run from slavery, I got this nursing job, and now my teeth is done. I bought my house. My kids went to the best schools. Instead of being like, oh, I killed myself for my kid to be whatever she wants to be because that's what America's about. Right? So the proof has to be in the pudding. There's only, in my 20 plus years of meeting different Haitian parents through my job, there was only one I met who her daughter was a figure skater and her daughter did this. And not to say that they were flexing money, she just did let her daughter explore everything she was talented in. And those kids were happy. And the mom was happy. And I used to say, like, Bertine, like, you're so dope for this. She said, you know, I wanted my mother and my family to be like that with me. And, you know, they just couldn't do it. So when it was my turn, I made sure that they had everything they needed. Right. Like, the girl would be winning whole figure skating competitions. First of all, black girls don't win figure skating competitions. Since we were little, there was one black figure skater. So the fact that you believed in your daughter enough, even though you didn't see black figure skaters on TV like that, and you still went for it. Kudos. That's what's up.
Kudos. Now, you've been in. How long has Salon Hair-apy been in business?
10 years next year.
10 years. I apologize.
Yeah, so
wow, 10 years.
Oh, like quick, right?
That's
because you guys were there with the first paint job, right? So it was like really quick. And then I moved away for like 2 years, and moving away was crazy because it was like, okay, they say you're big when you expand and you leave it there, but it's not that simple. And I had to learn from that experience, and then I had to come back and decide, like, hey, if you're gonna keep this place, you gotta go 150 at this, because unfortunately, with an industry like hair care, if you know how to do hair, you don't need professionalism.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what I want to bring and what was happening, it's the closest to it now that I have, which is the vision of the movie The Barbershop. They used to say, like, back in the day, the shop was your safe haven.
Yeah.
Stacey knows.
Yeah.
She could leave your kids there and go and come back and the hair will be done, but no, I fed them.
Yeah.
Know that they're not going outside without permission.
Absolutely.
Know that they're not standing outside until the parent comes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? We lost that a long time ago. They lost that in the barbershop and in the hair salon.
Absolutely.
So, as you know, I went to college for psychology. Prior to that, I went to Minuteman, so I was able to get my hair license. Prior to that, there is a direct correlation, man, woman, anybody, with how you look and how you feel.
Absolutely.
Before COVID, this woman wanted me to fly to Cuba to speak to Afro-Latinas about self-esteem and their hair texture.
Damn.
Think about it. Anybody who is of European descent that looks different, darker, or kinkier hair, they don't like you.
Yeah.
And to not grow with that mindset that I am not the chosen, I am not worthy, I am not beautiful, because that's not the standard, is crazy that they would look for a little girl in Malden to go all the way out there to talk about that.
Wow.
So now I went through college. It was like pulling teeth. Think about going to Minuteman. You had to be smarter. They were calling us dumb, but you only had 2 years to learn everything you needed for high school and 2 years to learn everything you needed for your trade. So by the time you got to college, and you were thrown into all day in class.
Yeah. That's tough.
But now I'm looking. The woman who called me, she has her master cosmetology license and her master's in psychology.
Yeah.
What's stopping me from getting my master's? And now the session that we have, you could actually be able to use your insurance to get your therapy session from me, and I'll do your hair at the same time.
Wow.
Right.
That's
There's
wild.
only one.
That's
and
wild.
it's in DC, and the owner is the woman who called me to go to Cuba.
You might have to say that one more time. That's wild.
Okay, so there's a direct correlation between your self-esteem, how you feel, and how you actually like go out, how you look and how you feel in the world, right? So when people were saying like, wow, Kathy, you're gonna like quit, like, you know, you're not gonna go into your field, you're just gonna go do hair, there's a direct correlation there. If you don't have your lineup, do you feel okay?
Absolutely not.
If your hair's not done, do you feel okay? Absolutely not. If you are not the ideal of beauty in society, would you feel confident walking into a room? No. Absolutely not. So what I've realized is, and that's why the shop is called Hair-apy. All along, it has been a way to make our community realize that therapy is important, and not to feel stigmatized by it, or not to feel like, oh, you're crazy if you get a therapist. And that's why it's called Hair-apy. Hair therapy for the mind, body, and soul. Backed up with my BA. If I go get my master's now it's going to be the Hair-apy extension or the Hair-apy collective or whatever have you. But now, for those who were afraid to get a therapist, you already talked to me anyways. Now I'm going to go put the icing on my cake because I already got the cake for you. Right? Now you can use your insurance at the front. Plus get your hair done. And now I've taken care of you internally to the external, inside out. So if you notice me, and Stacey knows too, anytime we had a hair, but girl, how you do it? After I found out, hey, Stacey, have you been shedding? Do you need a trim? Does your hair feel dry? What are we doing today? After that, it's like, girl, how you doing? I know you at the hospital. That's rough. Yeah, girl, and them kids, oh, you're doing a great job. BT dub. If nobody told you today, you know, because the other thing that we don't do in our community is say something out loud. My man must be sick of me, but I'd be praising him all day. Because it's just like in my head, I'm thinking it, but a lot of people think things and don't say anything. Anytime we clean the house, I'm like, babe, the house is great. It could be something that little. Because if we didn't get it in our house, that it's up to us to recreate the atmosphere that we need to change the tide, right?
Absolutely.
We're going to change the tide, but we're not going to add everything we need. Then our tide change is not going to be as effective as we thought.
Absolutely.
It takes so many pieces.
Absolutely.
So boom, now we're not going to be like our parents. So guess what? When your daughter tells you that she loves cheerleading or gymnastics, or your son says he loves robotics, it is your business to find the best program. Basketball, they need to be at AAU. You can't go hire somebody to drop them. It is your business. If you're going to go hard, you're going to go hard all the way.
Or don't do it at all.
Right.
But that was good. That was dope that you said that you praised your man, because I feel like a lot of women don't praise their man.
Because they make you seem like a punk if you do, and that's not what it is.
You gotta, you know, in my relationship, I don't get praise at all. So, you know, it's very foreign when you do. It's like, me? It's very foreign, but.
So let me tell you something.
Yep.
Here's the thing. Where did I get it from? I didn't see it in my house.
Yep, true.
So, between the books that I read and what I want to recreate for myself,
yep,
that's what happened. And the way people do that in their lives are different, and the timing is different.
Yep.
Also, conversations have to be had.
True.
So, in getting to know my man, I realized that he's me in his community.
Okay.
The person that everybody calls for help. The person that needs something, they call him.
Yep.
The person that needs advice, they call him. The person that always got it. The person that feels bad for the person who doesn't, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means he's wiped out
Yeah, that's true.
by the time he gets to me. Then on top of it, he's been the most loving person I've ever had in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
Yep.
Ever.
Yep.
Aside from my mother.
Mm.
And when you're a Haitian girl, it's like they love you, but the way they express it is different. So you don't even know that you have your mom the whole time, to be honest. Right?
Yeah.
You might have had like 10 or 15 years where y'all didn't see eye to eye at all.
Sure,
So you had nobody. So to come back and fix a relationship with my mom, BT Dub, I took my mom to my therapist
Ooh.
to have a conversation with her.
Ooh.
To make sure that we had our boundaries and everything clear, so I can
Wow.
love her, because I took the time to understand her past,
Yeah.
to be able to work with her in the present, to be able to move on to the future, which means now you have to do the same for me.
Wow.
Yeah, I did that. Then
Wow.
I was like, ooh, my man is so worthy. I want to make sure that he always knows that I appreciate what he does.
Yeah.
So whether I tell him or I show him, that's what's happening. And it's because I don't walk.
Yeah.
I can walk. I don't walk.
Yeah.
I can pay for stuff. I don't pull out my purse.
Yeah.
Guess who's at the shop at nighttime doing the numbers for the shop? My man.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who took over the general manager position at my shop, because I realized that he opened banks, credit unions, ran entire stores, and he did all this stuff for people who didn't realize that he was top gem creme de la creme.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So for everything he does for me, help me run the business, help me to be a better person. Like, he'll sit there and talk to me like, babe, I get what you're trying to say
Yep.
in the shop, but remember, these other people don't know you.
Yeah, it's fair enough. Very valid.
So make sure that you come across as the human you are all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know you had a long day. They don't know you haven't been to the bathroom yet. They didn't know you didn't eat yet.
Yeah.
You need someone to hold you accountable. And because I watch him spend every minute of the day worrying about me, I have to let him know every minute of the day that I really, really, really appreciate it.
I like that. I like that. Hope the listeners are listening.
Yes, listen, so the people in the back, make sure you mirror everything that you would want. So you feel like you're not getting that in your relationship, then
Yeah.
you need to over compliment until that becomes normal.
Yeah.
Period.
That's what I always say. I'm always like, you know what? I'm not getting the love I need. Maybe I need to get another
But
partner.
it's not only that. If your girl is foreign like me, love doesn't, that's not something that, no offense to any Haitian parents,
Yeah.
but they didn't get it.
Yeah.
So like,
No, that's very valid. I point that out all the time.
I had to say I love you to my mom. I had to force her to say I love you so many times, to the point where I'll be like, I love you. I'll be like, I said I love you.
Yeah.
Just to make her laugh, but also to see it's important. What if this is the last time I talk to you?
That's
Why are you taking this so lightly?
Yeah. I totally get it.
Right. So, with that being said, when you come from that background, as a partner, and you already know that, and if you don't know, I'm telling you now, it's for you to show the way now.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
And for your partner, after y'all have a talk, well, help her do that.
Yep.
We didn't come from that. I didn't come from a dad. So I told my man, don't think I'm trying to be defiant when I'm talking back to you, but for real, I never had no man interested in where my life was going. Genuinely.
Mm.
If it wasn't trying to impress my mom,
Yeah.
it wasn't genuine.
That's wild. That's wild. Now, if you were having you were having a dinner and you could invite 5 guests, dead or alive, anybody, who would you invite?
My grandfather,
Okay.
because he raised me,
Okay.
and he was the first man to love me unconditionally.
Okay.
My man, because he's my other, like the extension of me at this time. If I was a dude, that I would be that man. Corny, I love history, Harriet Tubman.
Harriet Tubman. Okay.
In history, I've had other historical figures that I idolize, and then as I started to like learn about them a little bit more, like Mahatma Gandhi being one of them, I'm like, well, I don't think I like everything that you say. But with Harriet Tubman, you know, she's getting it.
Yep.
Then I would say the other two would be my greatest mentor in the hair business, which is my cosmetology teacher, Miss Jassett.
Okay.
And then the last person.
Paul Mitchell?
No.
Beyonce?
It would be, no. It would be, see, I don't even have any. Oh, there's one hair guru that a lot, the hair doctor. This is one hair lady that I sweat right now. And she's gone back to the basics all the way. Like, if you can't put it in your mouth, it doesn't go on your body. That's how basic she goes. Like, when you go to a hair appointment for her, she's making you the smoothie that's going to make your hair grow. Plus, she's doing the topical work. Plus, she's teaching you what to do next.
Like
so I would say I would have her there, too. Yeah. Oh, and you know what? Did I get 5 already?
Yep.
Okay, so it's between her and Dr. Sabi, because I am working on getting to Honduras to actually go to his retreat if any other couples want to go. Because it's going to be hard. Did you watch the video on Dr. Sabi's compound?
No,
when you get a chance, go on TikTok and look up Dr. Sabi's compound. It's great stuff, but you have to have a lot of discipline before you go. So, yeah, those are the folks.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, what has been your biggest challenge since running your business?
Bringing the vision to life.
Bringing the vision to
because
life.
it takes every part, right? So, professionalism takes the staff and the clients.
Yep.
So clients, if you're too professional, you're bougie.
Yep.
And if you're not, you're ghetto like they thought. So we were remodeling the shop and one of my clients was like, oh, but y'all won the lottery or something? I'm sorry, we're about to be 10 years. If I don't care that the sink that you sit in doesn't have an arm by now, or that the dryer that you're in is making your neck like this, who am I? Taking your money every month, every week, every other week. Like, should I not care? So bringing the care and the level of professionalism to our industry. If it looks nice, why does it have to be like, oh, this looks like a white shop? Why can't it be a well-together shop? Or the attitude first is like, you lucky someone's here to do it. Or people walk into a business and you're trying to, and you can attest to this, you go in for the first time and they're giving you dirty looks and looking you up and down like you're not about to peel off some of your check.
Damn.
And the hairstyle might not even look good.
Wow.
So what we're bringing, the hardest challenge for me is to bring back the old times where the salon is your safe space, it's your safe haven. That's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be free to grow here, free to learn here, free to get advice here, free to feel beautiful here, free to be healed here. That's what it's supposed to be. We're taking it a step further by, like, you come to my shop, we're going to give you water. Why can't I spend $1 when you possibly spend $1,000, $2,000, $10,000 with me a year? Why can't I give you a 50-cent bag of chips when you're about to tip me $15, $10, $20? I have a chick who tips me $1.50 every time she leaves.
I feel like especially a lot of people in our culture, they don't understand that model. They think they got to scrape everything off the table. They got to get the tip, the thing. They're like, yo, like you said, what's a 50-cent bag of chips? They leaving you $15. Like, what's a water? Like, you gotta. These are essential.
Multiply by 9 years. So you been coming to me for 9 years. I can't get you some water.
I can't get you a bottle. It's crazy.
Or we've all been there, where you go to a salon that has the robes, that has the bubbly, that has the foot soap, but they don't cut your cuticles right because they were scared. Because you have more than people in their nation group. And they didn't straighten your hair right because they didn't pull hard enough because they were scared. Because they're not used to doing your hair. But when you get to the front, the bill's still $500. And I look like I did it myself. But I paid because I wanted someone to put a robe on me one day. And I wanted somebody to care when I came in, and I wanted somebody to show some attention when I walked through the door one day. So for that day, I paid for crap work, but I paid to feel important.
Absolutely.
So the point of Hair-apy is, no matter who you are, and some people don't like me for this either. People try to come from the door and walk straight past my desk. Why did I hire the front desk?
Wow.
Or come breathe on the customer who paid for me and them to have some time together.
Yeah.
Why don't they deserve the hour block they booked?
Yeah.
Or get mad that I won't come to the phone.
Yeah.
You come here as a regular. You know I take 10 to 15 people a day. Why are you more important than the person who took time to actually book the appointment? No, I'm not coming.
Separate the two between, like, you know, people calling you directly versus like, oh, what's the site, Vagaro or Vagaro or whatever.
So I changed my phone number about 5 times.
Okay.
I posted, pinned on my Facebook, no appointments in the DM.
Yeah.
Pinned on my Instagram, no appointments on the DM. Say it on my Snapchat, no appointments in the DM. I get appointments all over.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And
I'd
what
probably
they
DM
don't
you.
realize is, while the phone's rocking,
Yeah.
by the time I get to my phone, which I don't look at my phone from 9:30 to 9:30 seriously. Like, I look at it to upload my content, but I'm not looking at messages. That means the book got filled the whole day, and now you want me to find some magical spot for you. And then, beat it up. They don't want to wait either.
Nah.
So now you done squeeze them in through an avenue that you weren't supposed to in the first place.
Yep.
And then they're stressing you on top of it. So it's not even going with the vibe. And the vibe is, we should care.
Yep.
We don't care when it comes to us. When you look at every industry, we're the top consumer. So why are they looking over us at the restaurants? Why are they following us at Copley? And why are they not paying attention to us in the top industry, one of the top industries in the world? Why is it just now mandated in 2022, the Crown Act, that they have to teach how to do black hair in all public schools? Just got mandated. That means private schools aren't mandated. That's why you can go into a barbershop in 1992, and I watched my brother go through this. Oh, we don't cut your kind.
Yeah.
You're kind? What are we, baboons? As a kid hearing that, are we monkeys? What do you mean? Don't they have hair and we have hair?
Crazy.
So, Salon Hair-apy is there to bring, hey, if there's nowhere in your life that you feel royal, if it's not with your husband, with your mama, with your wife, with your job, if you have no friends, we tend to be that. There are some clients who text me dumb stuff. No offense. And when I say dumb stuff, it'll be like, you can tell they just want somebody to talk to. And I had to check myself and realize, if you said you provided this safe space, and you're their therapy, and you're their only person to go to, Kathy, you can't be so mad.
No.
Even though this phone is for personal, this person actually it's a cry for help.
Yeah.
So and my man has seen me do this. I get, and then I pick it up and I'm like, oh, they're sad today.
No, I mean, I feel like it's like your hairstylist, God, and the strip club. That's where you're gonna get your release at.
I don't know about strip clubs. They be funky as hell in there.
Oh yeah, they got good.
But I got the
so
other
I heard. Now, what would you say has been your biggest success in your hair journey? Not necessarily with your business. Could have been just like a show you went to, a client. What would you say your biggest success? It could be very well you be your business.
I think the biggest success is I've been blessed enough to never have to solicit any type of business. For example, like New York Fashion Week, New York Bridal Week, the Pharrell's tour manager, teaching in Africa, getting called to teach in Cuba, speaking at the schools, the podcast, all these things. It's like the universe is saying, okay, now it's time for you to speak in public. Okay, now it's time for you to go teach. Okay, now it's time for you to do some outreach. I don't even think about, if you're not in alignment with me, that means like you're not being progressive. To come in here, I already know who you are, but to come in here and see the backpacks and the notebooks and all these supplies, I'm like, I'm in the right place. that means your heart is in the same place as mine. And whatever I got to do so people are aware that you're doing these type of podcasts, that you're bringing these subjects. I just saw Brenda, shout out to Brenda on the last episode. We all saw Brenda go to Minute Man. We all saw her do the program that you needed to do, get her CNA in 11th grade. And now look at Brenda. Not only is Brenda working a full job, but Brenda went back and hit her community by translating all the medical forms. So she saved all the Haitian children out there from going to the doctor's appointments and translating, because she knew what it was like. And instead of feeling what it's like and talking about it, she did something. So I know what it's like to go to a shop and feel like you're not wanted, to go to a shop and feel like nobody wants you there, to go to a shop and feel like they don't want to touch your hair because they don't know who you are. You don't get that from me. So my biggest victory is people speaking up and advocating for me with no one in return, and just because they know I'm about my business. That's the victory.
Nah, that's what's up, and that's dope. And you definitely really like. I like to, like I said, I hate the word entrepreneur, but like you really, you know what I mean? You're 10 years in business right now. You've been doing what you love to do. I always appreciate people who just actually really living their life out here, not like, clocking in miserable and wasting time. Like you really got to it, and you've been doing it half your life, which is crazy. You got 25 years plus experience, which is crazy, and you're still young, and you living on your terms, and that's like boss shit. Like I like real bosses, you know what I mean? Real bosses, not like hashtag I'm a boss, like real, like I got payroll, I got employees to pay, like real.
I always tell my employees, like, I have over 6 children, because every employee I hire with kids, those are my kids now. It's my responsibility to make sure that the shop is busy enough to sustain your life. You work hard, I'm working hard for you right next to you.
And the people you've put on, like, it must feel great to see, like, somebody that might have just been renting a chair from you go open their own joint. You know what I mean? Like,
it's exciting because that's what you're supposed to do. There's two types of stylists. One that wants to be under someone forever, and to be honest, that's the one I wanted to be, because I know that you can make more money than your owner. So I was always interested in that one, because then you don't have to take your check and split it by 10 or 12. And then that way, if I did that, I would have just started my own business by starting a product line. If God didn't tell me to open this building, because that's how it went. And then there's that person who wants to learn and grow somewhere, but eventually wants their own. That's supposed to happen.
That's supposed to.
So I'm super excited for the people who have gone on. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 salon owners now who came through the shop and counted.
That's like a feather in your cap. That's
shout out to them. And it's crazy because there's such a toxic culture in the salons of, this one's not here anymore, they hate each other, or this or that, or rumors and that, and all of that. And I've had my fair share of all of that. But at the end of the day, wholeheartedly, I'm just happy that you hit the goal that you wanted to for yourself. Because that's all you wish to do in your life, is to finally hit your goal. Period. And in the industry, hairdressing is not for the faint-hearted. Like, my shop came out of getting shunned out of other shops. And so at first I was just like, damn, why is it so hard to follow your dream? But the devil works hard when the victory is near. Amen. And nobody who was lit had a light story.
It's a fact.
Okay.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. Any new music you've been listening to?
Any new music? This girl named Anaya.
Okay.
She is really popping. She's actually on Instagram. I started seeing her through the shutdown, and she would freestyle over anything, either rap or R&B, and she's flawless. Love her. Other than that, not really. I'm a creature of habit. I'm in the 90s all the time.
Me too.
You go to the shop, it's either Boyz II Men, some type of 90s R&B, or gospel. And I'm heavy on the gospel, only because, no shade to secular music, because I listen to secular music, but I took a cab in New York one time, and the guy was like, I don't listen to secular music. And I was like, why? He's like, well, gospel is the happiest music alive. You can't feel negative after gospel. So if you wake up, or you went to bed on the wrong side of the bed, when you wake up and you're listening to the battle is not yours, or I almost let go, or I just can't give up now, really, as you're permeating this in your subconscious, you're really not going to move throughout your day trying to feel bad or negative talk yourself. You just can't.
That's real. That's real. I do want to very much thank you for coming through. Definitely, you know, well, I do have another question, one last question.
Sure.
Do you feel like you're the best hairstylist out? Like, pound for pound. Like, do you wake up every day, like, when you getting dressed for work, like, I'm respectfully, like, I'm that B. I'm that queen. Like, nobody in this industry is fucking with me.
I wake up with the mindset that I'm going to be better than yesterday, and yesterday was pretty damn good.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? There was that. And then it's perception. Everybody has their perception on who's the best.
Yeah.
For me, I'm never going to be the best because every day something's getting invented and created. So I'm always on it. I do wake up like, yo, I make sure that each person is happy, even if they have to call me back, even if I have to correct something, even if I have to comp something. Because I think people think that something doesn't happen. Good stylists do comp stuff. If it's valid, we do comp stuff. So it's not like I don't try to fix anything. I know for a fact, hands down, I make sure that my clients know that they're cared for. So if you want to say, I'm never going to think I'm the best because something gets developed every day. I think that I go hard for my audience every single day. So each day you're going to get the best version of me. Period.
So that leads me to one last question. How has the industry kind of changed? Like I'm sure when you first started doing hair, or even just opened the business 10 years ago, I'm pretty sure you weren't as social media heavy like it is now. Like I feel like.
So I was. People made fun of me.
Oh, you were. Oh, pardon me.
They used. See, that's my girl. People post me for everything I did, honestly, and I just kept doing it. So like. My mentor, Ms. Jassett at Minuteman, we took an English for Entrepreneur class our freshman year. So where in other curriculums they weren't doing that, they did that. So you remember Mr. Precket's class? Right. So in that class, I started to pick up some of my tools in the industry as I went on. And what I realized is the industry is forever changing. So your best bet is to grab their heart. Make sure they know that you work hard, that you care about their best interests at heart, and that you're always going to stay educated to provide them the best service. And that's what keeps you on the top of the game. The industry has changed largely because back in the day it was all relaxers. And that meant that I apply a relaxer in 30 minutes tops. I do a roller set in 7 minutes. I wash and deep condition in about 35 minutes. So I was able to bang them out inside of space. Now that we're hip to the chemicals in these products, and I will break them all down to you as you guys follow me and get to know me, things are shifting, which means like now somebody wants single braids, that's 8 hours. Micro locks, that's 12 hours. And you're still supposed to balance getting them in and out in between your regulars. So the biggest challenge I face is trying to understand how to explain to these clients, like, listen, and I tell them, if I make you wait, that means what I need to do for you, I can't do fast. That means that I want to do such a good job that the things that I know I could do with my eyes closed, I'm going to get that out the way so I can really chill on you and not have 8, 10, 15 people tapping their foot and me. You know what I'm saying? Because my cousin had to wait like, I don't know, 4 hours the other day for me to braid her hair. Yes, I checked in with her, but that day somebody called out. That's regular life. That day, I was the only one who could do what she wanted, and on top of her being my client, she's my cousin. So I wanted to be perfect.
Absolutely.
You know, shout out to Tanya Benjamin for always being accommodating and patient with me, because she was my client before I found out she was my cousin. And so now that I know she's fam, I'm like, damn, yours always has to come out perfect. So she was totally fine, and I apologize profusely. But it's hard out here on these stylists trying to do these long styles that y'all see on a YouTube video that took 30 seconds, but it really takes 8, 12 hours. And no one's doing the homework before they come. So crazy me. I took 2 instant locks the other day. Then they said they wanted to add extensions. So I quoted, like, oh, that'll probably be like 4 hours a piece. But I didn't dissect the hair prior to saying that. I went home later because it took me way longer. It said it's average 8 to 12 hours per head. I did 2 in 8 hours.
Oh, shit.
Right. It made my head hurt when I seen the information, because it's like, wow, we really do need to get better at educating our clients on how long it'll take before we actually take the appointment. Instead of being so excited that they want this and trying to get it to them because we want to give them everything we want, we need to really take the time and really talk about it. And, you know, show them a video, show them X, Y, and Z so that they know, hey, I'm not downgrading you as my client or taking advantage that you chose me I just want to make sure that you get the best possible service because these services aren't easy.
And do you do any like finger exercises or anything? Like my
All
mom
the
does
time.
hair, like, but she really like she braids my daughter's hair up. She can only like do it, and she probably good. I can't hit her up for like a month. So I know you've been doing hair, and you know my braids used to struggle back in the day. You have to really work magic to catch my stuff, my hair pulls. But like, do you do anything? Do you have like a routine each morning? Do you like
In the shower.
Oh, okay. Do you get
With
like
the
a
soap.
hand massage?
With the soap, I do it, but when you go to
Okay.
the nail shop, you get it done. But I get massages like once a month. I actually just
Okay.
got a new masseuse, and she actually stretches you for an hour before she does a massage.
Ooh.
Shout out to Chantal.
Okay.
I have a new stylist, and her sister does that.
Okay.
It's greatly appreciated that she thinks about things like that because
Yeah.
stretching and massage go together. If you're
Yeah.
doing massage but you're not stretching, it doesn't make sense.
Fair enough.
So yeah, and then also too, my steps are ordered by God. Like
Yeah.
I don't feel no pain till the day is done. If you like
Yeah.
your leg hurt, your hand. Stacey has seen me like legit. She'll watch me finish her last braid and then I'll go fall on the ground. I'm like, all right, I'm finally tired.
Yeah.
Like, but I get through all the days and I get through everything I'm supposed to do flawlessly.
Yeah.
You know, there was a time I did a whole fashion show, 25 people, and I was sensitive to touch, needed surgery.
Wow.
And like somebody backed into me and I almost started crying.
Wow.
But I did it and then I got my surgery the next day. It's like, you know,
Wow.
something always pushes me through.
Yeah, you gotta finish.
Yeah.
But this has been very informative, and I like to all the guests. I'll make an emphasis on. I really don't want nobody with a 9 to 5. Respectfully, I want them to all like be special in their industries, and you are definitely special in your industry. You that chick. So
Thank you.
I always love to salute the women, the queens doing their thing. So, I'm always gonna tip my cap. Yeah. No, thank you for coming through. And how can they find you?
So you can find me on our website at salonhair-apy-malden.com. You can find me on Instagram at salonhair-apy-malden. You can find me through my brand name, K-Star Hair, on all platforms. You could give us a call at 781-480-3629. You could email us at salonhair-apy, the number 4, the letter U, at gmail.com. We basically have every mode of contact you can think of. And yeah, we honestly just, whoever needs to find us, we find them as well. So,
And you can also DM her directly. And I'm joking. But,
I know you're joking. That's why I'm over here smiling like this. You know how Haitian don't play with me. Like,
But August 27th, we have the Box for Success backpack drive. So kids, families, family event. Bring the kids through. I know Saturday's a busy day. But
is this Saturday you're saying, or next Saturday?
this Saturday.
This Saturday.
But no, we'll
Well,
talk.
next time you do stuff, all you have to do
I know.
is leave a box with a sign on it that says what the cause is.
Yeah.
And I tell the people, hey, my boy Greg is doing a backpack drive.
Yeah.
Just put stuff in the box.
I'm terrible.
Wow.
I'm the worst.
Because I just donated 8 backpacks to my girls' drive. I'm going to donate the same amount to your drive now that I know. Because
Okay.
you didn't tell me when I seen you.
I'm the
Because there's
worst.
so many people
I'm
who
sorry.
just want to tap in with stuff. Because rather than spend Uber Eats, I'd rather change a child's life.
Yeah.
So I have some friends, sometimes they go through some hard times. And they'll tell me something. And it's not because they're looking for me to do something. But I'll just send them a cash app and they're like, oh my God, why'd you do that? I'm like, is it safe for you to be outside in these streets without $20 in your wallet? In this day and age? Is it?
No,
If it is, then bump me for doing that. But I know
real.
it's not.
That's real.
So that, okay, $20 that's Dunkin' for the week. Dunkin' Donuts don't do that for me.
Yeah, that's real.
And at the end of the day, I was a receiver of a backpack from a backpack drive,
Yeah.
toys from Salvation Army, food from the food bank.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about. August 27th, 11 to 2. Definitely pull up. Good time, good vibes, moon bounce,
Where is it?
characters, food. Right back of Walden Square right there.
I know that's right.
You know what I
Oh
mean?
my God, I haven't seen Walden Square since I moved out. I don't even know what it looks like.
Right in the backfield. But definitely gonna be a good vibe. But
So,
yeah, that's it. Thank you once again.
you are very welcome.
All right, till next time.
Later.
All right. Yeah.
Drink the rest of my baby shower.